All right, today we're talking about a man who didn't just change boxing, he literally changed the world. A guy who had the nerve to call himself the greatest. And then, you know what? He spent his entire life proving it. So let's dive right into the story of the one, the only, Muhammad Ali.
I mean, it's got to be one of the most famous lines in all of sports, right? Float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. But here's the thing. That wasn't just some catchy rhyme he came up with. No, it was basically his mission statement. It perfectly, and I mean perfectly, captured the incredible style and just the electrifying energy he brought into that ring.
But really, when you get past the rhymes, past the incredible footwork, what truly made him the greatest? Was it just his speed, his insane courage, or was it something deeper, his conviction? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna do here. We're gonna peel back the layers on this legend and try to find the answer.
Okay, so our story, the story of the greatest, it actually begins before he was even Muhammad Ali. We have to go back to Louisville, Kentucky, to a young kid named Cassius Clay.
And you know, the crazy part about how it all started, it wasn't some grand destiny or anything. Nope, it all kicked off because of something that could happen to any of us. When he was just 12 years old, someone stole his bike. And he was furious. He found a police officer and told him he was gonna whoop whoever took it. Well, it just so happened that cop ran a local boxing gym. He looked at this fiery kid and said, well, you better learn how to fight first. And boom, just like that, a legend was born.
And his rise, I mean, it was unbelievably fast. Think about this for a second. He goes from that stolen bike incident in 1954 to winning an Olympic gold medal in Rome only 6 years later. Just 6. And then a mere 4 years after that, at just 22 years old, he shocks the entire world and becomes the heavyweight champion. We're talking about a truly meteoric rise. It's just, wow.
So once he became champion, he didn't just, defend the title. He completely revolutionized the sport. He brought a style to heavyweight boxing that nobody, and I mean nobody, had ever seen before. So what made his style so different? Honestly, it was everything. You had a guy with the body of a heavyweight, but the speed of a lightweight. His footwork was just dazzling. People said he looked like he was dancing in there. And that confidence, oh man, it was just overwhelming for his opponents. He wasn't just a fighter, he was an entertainer, and that ring was his stage.
And every great hero needs a great villain, or in this case, a great rival. And Ali, he had some of the best. His fights literally defined an entire era of boxing. On one hand, you had Joe Frazier, this unmovable object, just relentless pressure, always coming forward. And then you had George Foreman, the unstoppable force, maybe one of the farthest punchers of all time. These weren't just fights, you guys. They were these epic clashes of personality, style, and pure will.
And those rivalries gave us moments that they're etched into sports history forever. I mean, the fights even had names that sound like Hollywood blockbusters. The Rumble in the Jungle against Foreman and the Thrilla in Manila against Frazier. You have to understand, these weren't just boxing matches. They were massive, global, cultural events that the whole world stopped to watch. But for all the incredible battles he fought inside the ropes, his toughest fight, his most important one, was actually outside the ring. And that's where we get to the heart of his principles.
And this whole chapter of his life, it really makes you ask yourself a tough question. Seriously, think about it. What would you sacrifice for what you truly believe in? Your job? Your good name? Your entire career? Because Muhammad Ali was about to face that exact choice, head on. Right when he was at the absolute peak of his fame, the most famous athlete on the planet, Muhammad Ali took a stand. He refused to be drafted into the army to fight in the Vietnam War, citing his religious convictions. And this decision, it didn't just make waves, it shook the entire country to its very core. The fallout was instant, and it was brutal. They stripped him of his heavyweight title, he was banned from boxing, he was facing prison time. I mean, just stop and think about that. He gave it all up. The title, the money, the fame, right in the middle of his prime. He sacrificed the best years of his career, all because he wouldn't back down from what he believed in. But that incredible sacrifice, it actually started a whole new chapter for him. It's what began to transform him from a boxing champion into a true global icon. He was becoming something so much bigger than just a fighter. Now, it didn't happen overnight, but slowly, public opinion started to shift. People began to see him as more than just a loudmouth, defiant athlete. They saw him as a symbol of courage, a powerful voice for people who didn't have one. He completely transcended boxing and became one of the most recognized and eventually most beloved figures in the world. But his story wasn't over. There was one final unforgettable round in his public life. It was a totally different kind of fight, this time against his own body. But it would show the world, one last time, the true heart of a champion.
Okay, so picture this. It's 1996. We're at the Olympic Games in Atlanta. And after years of a very public battle with Parkinson's disease, a disease that had taken so much from him physically, a lone, familiar figure steps into the spotlight, and literally the entire world just held its breath.
With his hands shaking, his whole body trembling from the Parkinson's, he slowly, deliberately raises that Olympic torch and lights the cauldron. And in that one, silent, unbelievably powerful moment, he redefined strength for all of us. He showed us that real strength isn't about being perfect. It's about courage in the face of vulnerability. It's about the will to just keep going.
And that moment, maybe more than any fight, really taught us the ultimate lesson of his life. It proved, beyond any doubt, that true greatness isn't about how hard your fists are or how fast your feet are. It's about your heart.
So in the end, his story kind of forces us to look in the mirror. It leaves us with a question. Who is the greatest in your own life? Who do you know that embodies that incredible mix of talent, courage, and pure principle? And maybe the most important question of all, why?